Hello everyone and welcome on behalf of Thinknyx Technologies. This video tutorial has been prepared by Aman Kumar and is presented by Deepti Narayan. In this video, we will dive into a hands-on demonstration of Pulumi. Pulumi allows you to define your infrastructure as code using languages like TypeScript, Python, Go, and more. It supports all major cloud providers, including AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. This is the second part of our video tutorial series where we will be seeing Pulumi in action. You can find the first part of the Pulumi tutorial where we covered the basics of Pulumi linked in the description. Here are the essential steps we usually follow to install, configure, and begin using Pulumi. The first step is to install Pulumi CLI. You can install the Pulumi CLI from the official website or using a package manager. Next is to create a project. Use the Pulumi new command to create a project. You can choose from various templates based on your preferred programming language and cloud provider. Define your desired infrastructure using your chosen programming language. You can use the Pulumi SDK to create and manage resources. Pulumi provides templates which will help you to quickly get started. Use the Pulumi up command to deploy your infrastructure. Pulumi will show a preview of the changes and then apply them to create, update, or delete resources. Pulumi automatically manages the state of your infrastructure, ensuring that your resources are always in sync with your code. Now that we have understood the steps that need to be executed, we will begin the demonstration. In this demonstration, we will be using the Python programming language and AWS infrastructure. If you're using any other infrastructure or programming language, the steps would remain the same. I have opened a PowerShell terminal and already installed Python and configured AWS. You can choose any terminal based on your operating system. Let's get started. We will begin by installing Pulumi. To install Pulumi, go to pulumi.com and click on Docs. In the documentation, you will see an install button. Click on it, then choose your operating system. Since I'm using Windows, I will select the Windows option. Just click on the appropriate link, and once the download is complete, give the necessary permissions and Pulumi will be installed. To verify the installation, close your existing terminal, open a new terminal and type Pulumi version. We see that the Pulumi has been successfully installed. Now, create a new directory and navigate into it. We will set up a new Pulumi project inside this. Initialize a new Pulumi project with Pulumi New. It will prompt you to choose between two options, template and AI. I'm using a template here. Pulumi templates offer a quick and efficient way to deploy infrastructure across AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. Once deployed, you can easily customize and manage your infrastructure by updating the code in languages like TypeScript, Python, Go, Java, .NET or C# or YAML. Next, it will ask you to select a template. I'm choosing AWS Python. As mentioned earlier, I'm using AWS Infrastructure and the Python programming language. Let me press enter. You will be prompted to enter a project name, description, stack name, and a few other details. For this demonstration, I'm using the default values. You can see that the packages have been successfully installed, and it also mentions that your new project is ready to go. This is the folder structure of your first resource. In a Pulumi project, the pulumi.dev.yaml file is a stack configuration file that includes settings specific to the dev environment, such as configuration values and secrets. In our case, the configuration sets the AWS region to US East 1 for the dev stack. The pulumi.yaml file is the main project configuration file that defines the project name, runtime, description, and global settings. For example, in our setup, the file specifies the project name as Thinknyx Tech, uses Python with the pip toolchain and virtual environment, and includes a description and a configuration tag for AWS Python. The requirements.txt file specifies the dependency for the Pulumi project, requiring Pulumi version 3.x and Pulumi AWS provider version 6.x. The main.py file is a Python script for a Pulumi program that creates an AWS S3 bucket and exports its name. It imports the necessary Pulumi and AWS modules, defines an S3 bucket resource, and uses pulumi.export to make the bucket's ID available as an output. It also provides an option to execute the next command. Now it's time to deploy the stack. To do so, let me execute Pulumi up to create our S3 bucket. Pulumi will show a preview of the changes it will make. Confirm the resource creation by typing yes. Pulumi will then create the S3 bucket for you. Once the creation is complete, you will see the bucket name in the output. You can verify the bucket creation in the AWS Management Console. To delete the resources, type Pulumi destroy. It will ask for confirmation again. You can then go back to the AWS console and observe that the S3 bucket has been deleted. This is how Pulumi automatically manages the state of your infrastructure. It ensures that your resources are always in sync with your code. And that's it. You have just created your first cloud resource using Pulumi. This is just the beginning of what you can do with Pulumi. You can manage complex infrastructures, integrate with various cloud providers, and use familiar programming languages to define your resources. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Thinknyx Technologies for more tech tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.